The UFC keeps blessing us towards the end of the year after a mediocre start to 2025. JDM versus Islam Makhachev for the welterweight strap at UFC 322 is a banger of a fight that we've been waiting for to be announced. Thank you. We needed this one. But that's not the only one they delivered. Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili for UFC 322. This is the best women's fight on this card. Zhang Weili is vacating her strawweight belt to move up to become double champ. But wait, there's more. Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates is the featured fight for this card. I cannot wait for this one. Carlos Prates asked and they delivered. And this is going to be a banger. But that's not the only thing they said. Vina Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern 2 at UFC 321. Nobody cares about this fight except Mackenzie Dern's, but we're gonna continue. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista. This is the one we cared about. UFC 321. This UFC 321 keeps getting bangers. They keep stacking this card up, but we're gonna talk about all these fights. Let's first start with the main event. Islam Makhachev versus JDM. We've been wanting this one. We finally get it. We're gonna get it in November, and this is the best Madison Square Garden card we've ever gotten. Let's be honest. We've been going through. We've been suffering with Usman, with John Jones. I'm tired of that. We finally get JDM and Islam Makhachev, and this is gonna be a banger of a fight. This could be fight of the year, honestly. That's like if it's that good. But my early predictions for this fight, I think Islam Makhachev beats JDM and becomes double champ. I'm not going to lie to you. As much as I like JDM and as much as I've been calling Islam Makhachev a ducky because he did not want to fight Ilia Topuria, I think this man is going to beat JDM. I think his grappling is way better than Bilal's, obviously. And I think come on, bro. He's gonna pull Hamzat. Like, we just saw Hamzat Chimaev versus DDP. And if you don't think Islam Makhachev is not gonna continue to take down his opponent and trying to submit them, you're crazy. I think Islam Makhachev is gonna go out there and he's gonna try and out grapple JDM and he's gonna beat him by submission. As much as I think JDM has good takedown defense and get up, it was against Bilal Muhammad, and this is lighter man skill right here. Islam Makhachev, lighter man skill. He's bulking up. I think he's just too good. I think Islam Makhachev is too good. He's literally in the GOATS conversations right now, and it's for a reason. Now, if he loses to JDM, that's gonna suck. Not gonna lie to you. If he loses to JDM, go fight my boy Ilia Topuria, because I want that fight even more. But he's going to lose a little bit of hype if he loses to JDM. But I'm going to be honest with you. This is like 50-50 for me. But I just see Islam Makhachev beating JDM. I think his ground game is just next level compared to Bilal Muhammad's. And he's hungry for this belt. He's been asking for this belt. And I think it's, JDM, he can piece Islam Makhachev up on the feet and beat him and finish him. But I just don't think that's gonna happen, man. I think JDM is just gonna struggle with Islam Makhachev on the ground, and we kind of saw it. Like, he submitted Renato Moicano easily. He did struggle against Dustin Poirier. Islam Makhachev struggled against Dustin Poirier in the striking department, and he obviously damage in his face. That can definitely happen in this fight. But he still went out there and submitted Dustin Poirier. I just think Islam Makhachev wins. It's my early prediction. It can change later on, but right now, I see Islam Makhachev winning this fight. But let's move on. The best women's fight of all time. The amount of Amanda Nunes Glazers better not... Yo, if there's any Amanda Nunes Glazers coming into my comment section saying she's the greatest women's fighter of all time, brother, I don't care. This is the greatest women's fight of all time. Valentina Shevchenko She's a grandma. I'm going with Zhang Weili. She's gonna go up, beat Valentina Shevchenko, and become the greatest women's fighter of all time. It's bound to happen. I've been asking for this fight since January. I literally made a video saying fights to make, championship fights to make in 2025, and this was one of them, and we finally get it. This is a banger right here. This is a banger. Valentina Shevchenko, she out-grappled Alexa Grasso to get her belt back. She had a boring fight against Manon Farah. I don't care what you say in my comment section. Manon Farah versus Valentina Shevchenko was a sleeper. I almost fell asleep. Like, everybody did not care for this fight. This one is going to be different because Zhang Weili goes out there and manhandles these women. She literally cleaned her division and is moving up for a reason. I think Zhang Weili wins by decision against Valentina Shevchenko. Zhang Weili's not really of a finisher like that. Let's be honest, nobody in the women's division is. But I just think she's way better on the ground than Shevchenko for sure. She tested herself against Tatiana Suarez. I know it's Tatiana Suarez, but she's just good. She's good on the ground, and she has really good striking, and I think that's where she's going to be Valentina Shevchenko. Her striking is way better than Valentina's right now. I'm not saying like, and Valentina's prime is a lot different, but I just think Zhang Weili's time is right now, and she's going to become the greatest women's fighter of all time. But let's move on. Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. Prates smoked Jeff Neal. He asked for Leon Edwards in Brazil. They weren't going to be able to get him a fight in Brazil, let's be honest. But they said, we'll throw you on a sick pay-per-view and you can be the featured fight again. This one right here, I cannot wait. I think Carlos Prates is going to knock out Leon Edwards, dude. Leon Edwards, he's a little washed, brother. If Sean Brady went out there and he did that to you, imagine what Carlos Prates is going to do to you on the feet. I think Carlos Prates, he's going to knock out Leon Edwards in the first round and probably put his name in the title contention. He's probably going to need a couple more fights, though, if he beats Leon Edwards. He'll probably be ranked like 4, 6. I don't think they'll give him 4. Maybe they'll just move up a couple fighters. But this is a banger. This is a banger. This whole card, 322, is a banger. This is what we've been waiting for. The UFC has blessed us towards the end of the year. But let's get to the other fights. UFC 321, they're adding a couple more. Zhang Weili vacates her belt, so we need a champion fight for the strawweight division. Vina Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern. That's the fight to make. This fight is really not important to MMA fans like that. Let's be honest. Mackenzie Dern, yes, her striking has improved. Her English has improved. We don't care about none of that unless she turns around. Let's be honest. We goon into that. But if she loses to Jandiroba will be the ugliest UFC champ of all time. Let me not throw more shade. But this fight is not really... it doesn't interest me like that. It's not even that good. Because Jandiroba went out there the last time against Mackenzie Dern and beat her. It could happen again. The fact that Mackenzie Dern is getting a title shot is insane. But whatever. The division is doggy. It's doggy doo-doo. That's the reason why Zhang Weili said, I'm going to move up and get this double belt. But this division is doggy doo-doo. Nobody cares about this fight. We only care about Mackenzie Dern and what she got back there. We're moving on to the next fight. Because I don't know what to say about this fight. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista. This is a banger fight. We've been waiting for this one as well. Ever since that they announced that Umar was hurt, they couldn't make the Petr Yan fight. Petr Yan wanted to fight earlier. He fights against Marcus McGee, and he beats Marcus McGee. But now we get Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista. After Mario Bautista made Patchy mix look like a Bellator fighter, which he is. Um, what can I say about this fight? It's a banger fight. It's a step up in competition for Mario Bautista. He's on a crazy win streak. You got Umar Nurmagomedov coming back. This is just an amazing fight. Who am I going to pick? Who am I going to pick? This one's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm leaning towards Umar Nurmagomedov, but it's like every single time we doubt Mario Bautista, he comes out here and surprises us, and he gets the win. And I don't want to go to, and I don't think Mario Bautista is gonna beat Umar Nurmagomedov because I think Umar's ground game is better. He did outstrike Sandhagen, even though Sandhagen was too stuck on the beakers and test tubes. If Mario Bautista can stop the grappling of Umar Nurmagomedov and beat him on the feet, he go win and he might get a title shot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna lean towards Umar on the early predictions, but my mind is telling me Mario Bautista. But I'm leaning towards Umar Nurmagomedov. I think his ground game is a lot better than Mario Bautista, but I won't be surprised if Mario Bautista just comes out of here and just surprises us and just defeats him. Still, they're adding to UFC 321. It's a banger. It's a banger, UFC 321 and UFC 322, bro. They stacking these babies, man. They stacking them. Like, we got 3 banger pay-per-views in a row. We got UFC 320, UFC 321, and UFC 322. And UFC 323, which is in December, is probably going to be Van versus Pantoja. Usually they throw the flyweights as a co-main. That could be a main card fight, but that's usually not going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see what the UFC does in December. I just cannot wait for this fight right here, dude. This one right here is insane. This one's insane. We've been waiting for this one. I think I'm gonna have more anticipation for this fight than when I did when Khamzat Chimaev was fighting DDP. I think the first round of this fight is going to determine who is going to win. I'm not gonna lie to you. If Islam Makhachev can take down JDM, it's over for JDM. If JDM can stop the takedowns of Islam Makhachev, boy, I just can't wait. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm JDM MMA. Like and subscribe.